Meeting today after safety concerns from last month's special meeting. And hundreds showed up to the state capitol to protest the vaccine mandate for state workers as a crucial deadline looms.
And many people simply want more time to make that decision and not be forced into it.
And this morning, we start out in the mid-40s. By this afternoon, we're back in the 70s. I'm going to let you know why I think this could be one of our last 70-degree days of the year.
Up with KREM begins now.
Good morning and thanks for joining us on Up with KREM. I'm Channing Curtis. Today, the Coeur d'Alene Public Schools Board will hold a meeting. Now, this comes after a group of protesters disrupted the special meeting held last month. Nicole Hernandez is live in Coeur d'Alene this morning. So, Nicole, can you tell us what's on the agenda for tonight?
Yeah, so right now I am live outside the Midtown Center meeting room off of 5th Street, and this right here is where the Coeur d'Alene Public School District tried to have a meeting last month. They were trying to host a special meeting. They had to cancel though because this spot right here where I'm standing was flooded with protesters. So take a look at how that was. Now, today's meeting will be held over Zoom. Law enforcement told board members that there's not a safe spot to have the next board meeting. A week after the protest, two board members, Tambra Pickford and Chair Jennifer Brumley, submitted their resignations. Today, the board will vote on whether to accept those resignations. Both Pickford and Brumley were in favor of making masks recommended but not required. Last month, though, Kootenai Health staff members wrote a letter to the district asking them to make masks mandatory.
I think a lot of parents and school board officials are saying, well, that's not me. That's not our house. That's not our home. And it is, you know, and that's what makes us sad and scared because it doesn't need to be this way. And the more we team up and the more we mask up and the more we vaccinate those who are eligible, hopefully the sooner we can get back to that normal that we all desperately, desperately want.
Now, right now, masks are recommended but not required in the Coeur d'Alene Public School District. The meeting tonight is happening at 5 p.m. Like I mentioned, happening over Zoom this time instead of in person. So we'll make sure to bring you updates on KREM.com this evening and then again this tomorrow morning on Up with KREM. Live in Coeur d'Alene, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
All right, thank you, Nicole. Also, today is the last day that Washington healthcare and state workers can get vaccinated against COVID-19 in order to meet Governor Inslee's vaccine mandate deadline of October 18th. Now, for those who still need to get vaccinated, there are several options available to get the J&J shot. There's a vaccine clinic in Medical Lake being held today from 7 a.m. until 4 p.m. Now, registration is required to attend. So to sign up, you can go to that website you see there on your screen. It's prepmod.doh.wa.gov. You can also call your local pharmacy to see if they have any availability for vaccine appointments. Now, while the governor's order does include some provisions for medical and religious exemptions, most employees will have to prove full vaccination status come October 18th. Yesterday, hundreds gathered outside the state capitol in Olympia to protest the mandate. Many state employees say their job is on the line over what should be a personal decision.
And many people simply want more time to make that decision and not be forced into it.
We need to stand up. People are losing their jobs because of this decision that's made for them.
According to the State Office of Financial Management, the vaccination rate among state employees jumped nearly 20% between September 6th and September 20th. All right, 7:34 now. Jeremy, the sun is up. It is a beautiful start to the week. TGIM.
TGIM. We have done it.
We have.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful start to the work week and likely one of the last warm mornings we see in quite some time. Right now, we're in the mid-40s here in Spokane and around the inland northwest. It's 46 here, 44 in Coeur d'Alene. You're a little bit cooler up in Sandpoint, 36 there, and 43 in Moses Lake. It is somewhat chilly as we kick things off this morning, and that somewhat chilly comes with a little bit of cloud cover. That little bit of cloud cover takes us through the morning, but it is likely we see a little more sun later on today. That is because we're under one of those little ridges of high pressure, and what that's going to do is help bump our temps up. We find the mid-70s later on this afternoon. I do think we top out around 74 degrees under partly cloudy skies, but then Well, we start to slowly shift. Tomorrow bumps up even more ahead of the cold front that arrives, and then it's a big drop in temps as we head into Wednesday. I'll let you know why we drop so much and how long that colder weather sticks around, but spoiler alert, it's likely we don't see 70 again this year.
Oh man, I wasn't ready for that, Jeremy. I just really wasn't. All right, switching gears now. One of the largest oil spills in recent Southern California history closed off miles of popular beaches over the weekend. A leaking pipeline is believed to be the source of that massive spill. It sent more than 100,000 gallons of oil into the Pacific Ocean and stretched from Huntington Beach to Newport Beach. Crews are working to spread booms to contain the slick, and they're using pressurized equipment to collect what they can. Environmental experts say that the cleanup could take months.
We are fully committed to being out here for till this incident is fully concluded.
Now, officials are expected to give their next update on the spill as well as the cleanup this morning at 10 a.m. It's time now for your morning rush. That means more news in less time. First up, Reese Boutique will be hosting a fall festival this weekend. All the money raised will be used to help the family of Spokane County firefighter Cody Traber. Traber died in August after falling off the Wandermere Bridge when investigating reports of a wildfire. That festival starts this Saturday. And a big change is coming for people trying to get a job in the cannabis industry. Starting today, a new Washington law allows people who have felonies on their criminal records to apply for a license to grow, process, or sell marijuana. Until now, a single felony prevented someone from being considered, but now their applications will be reviewed. The Northwest Museum of Arts and Culture in Spokane opened a brand new exhibit. The exhibit is called Louis Comfort Tiffany, Treasures from Driehaus Collection. Louis Comfort Tiffany was an American artist who established his reputation in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. He's best known for his work in stained glass, but you might be more familiar with his famous father, Charles Louis Tiffany, who established the luxury brand Tiffany & Company. And this collection will feature some never-before-seen Tiffany artworks. The exhibit runs through February 13th. And hundreds of comic book fans returned for the Lilac City Comic-Con. The con was canceled the last 2 years due to the pandemic, but was back in full force with people dressing up as their favorite superhero or villain and comic book character. Fans of the con were excited to be back in the Northwest for the weekend.
I enjoy pop culture and sci-fi, and I enjoy dressing up as a character. It seemed like the perfect match.
It feels very colorful, you know what I mean? Very lively, a very lively audience, and just having everyone is so friendly here, and I feel really happy here.
This year, the convention brought a big star to town. Napoleon Dynamite star John Hader was the featured speaker, and there were also booths selling merch from local artists and businesses. That's your Morning Rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's going on in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media.
You are here to actually help the next person behind you, because that's what have been done for me.
Sharing their culture through wine. In honor of Hispanic Heritage Month, we're highlighting those who are making their mark in the wine industry, one bottle at a time. And it's a story that you'll only see here over on the KREM 2 News. A young Washington couple is still recovering more than a year after being horribly burned in the Cold Springs wildfire in Okanogan County. Jake and Jamie Highland both suffered massive burns on much of their bodies after the flames overtook them while they tried to run away. They lost their 1-year-old son and their unborn baby. This all happened last Labor Day weekend, and now they sit down with KREM 2.
I look up and I see a piece of ash, and there's just this orange hue.
We had 3 different options. We could try and hide in the Quonset hut, but we thought we'll probably turn into toast in there. We could try and go back up the road, but that was really the direction the fire was coming from. So we decided not to do that. The third option was to try and get to the river. When the fire first came, I'm looking at it, it's right there. And it was I thought we were gonna make it to the river. I didn't think everything was gonna end like this.
When it touched me, when that moment happened, I mean, it's like time stood still, the screaming, the world's on fire.
We were well past the point of exhaustion, but we kept going and going because we're we need to get to a hospital. We need to get help for our baby boy. And I started feeling like I was having these contractions because we were shivering because it was so cold.
Did you know what was happening? Did you know you were having a miscarriage?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. The feeling was similar to the feelings of giving birth, and so I knew that couldn't be good. We just miss him, and we never got to see him be a big brother, and we never will now. And so, yeah, so there's a huge grief that we walk every day with, but we still have this desire to raise his little brothers and sisters.
In never-before-seen footage, they talk about what happened that night, their traumatic loss, but also their plans to try for another baby through surrogacy. That full story is coming up on Tuesday, so make sure to join us over on KREM 2 News.